Hello and welcome back everyone. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of our Elf on the Shelf series for Smart Doll, but today we're going to be doing the top. So what you can see me doing on the screen right now is a little grid consisting of 1-inch squares, and it's what I'm going to be using in order to help you guys be able to make your own pattern. So just use a regular, printer paper sheet, and I did a little freeze frame for you guys. You guys could go ahead and take a screenshot or copy your own pattern, make your own, and then just follow the little squares and make your own. But this pattern was traced from another video before, which I will do my best to clip up top. It's for the knit, the kimono sleeve knit dress, I believe. Yeah, so that's what we ended up using today. I just did some minor changes. I flared up the sleeve a little more just to give it some nice gathers later on, and I kind of I think that's basically the only change I did, and I obviously didn't make a dress, I just shortened up the top. But yeah, and I quickly just traced it over with that new fold method that I'm trying out, which actually worked out pretty well. And instead of adding shoulder seams, I definitely just went for overlapping the seam allowances and doing that just to, I don't know, I just felt like not adding shoulder seams would make it look a little nice and seamless, more seamless, cuter. But yeah, so that's what I ended up doing, and then I trace over both sleeves, cut out the inner circle for the neck hole, and prepare for the next step. Now the last pattern we're going to go ahead and draft will be the jester collar, and as always I recommend you work in halves and just cut in folds because it saves you a lot of time and effort. But I will admit this one took me a long time. This is like my 6th attempt, so I will spare you guys the tutorial on this pattern and just hope you guys can wing it like I did, because I will sit here for half an hour trying to explain the whole process. So I'm sorry guys, yeah. So sorry. But yeah, so as always, just finished. I did those points and then I traced as always on the fabric in halves and then cut it out. But a new method that I am trying out today is the stay what is it called, fray check. Yeah, I'm using fray check. First time using it, I was kind of nervous since I know it tends to blotch and kind of spread throughout the fabric, so I was doing my best to be careful. But it was I actually love it, and I am now obsessed, and now I totally get the whole hype and why everyone's so into it. So especially for doll sewing, where you want to save your the bulk as much as you can, so this is amazing for not having to do double lined pieces or collars and stuff, or you guys get me. If you guys sew for dolls, you totally get what I'm trying to say. So I'm so happy with this. I love it, and I will be using it a lot. So I approved so much of the fray check that I actually went on and used it to hem the sleeves, because I will be using elastic to gather them. So I didn't want to add, once again, I want to bring up the bulk. I didn't want to bulk it up with the hem and just sewing that and just having a bulky ruffle, and I thought it'd be a lot more cuter if it was just that nice thin edge of fabric. I'm so excited and I love it, and I'll just be quiet about the fray check now. And let's move on, and we're gonna move on to the sleeves, sew them on, and then move on to the collar. So okay, so with the right side of the collar facing the wrong side of the top, just go ahead and stitch around the neckline before pulling it inside into the right side of the fabric and giving it a really good press. I initially wasn't going to do this next step where I ended up stitching every single little point onto the top, but I just thought it looked super cool, so yeah, I just went for it. So first, as always, top stitch that neckline, just secure it nicely and make it look super nice and very professional. I did also top stitch the little points, and video's about to go onto the screen, and I just find it so satisfying, so I'm gonna be quiet and let you guys enjoy. Now I really hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. And as always, once we finish sewing, go ahead and give it a good press just to secure all the little stitches in place. And the next step is the elastic sleeves. Now this is, I'm pretty sure it's my first time trying this, and I would overthink it a lot and just didn't try it before. Like, I would just thought it would be more complicated, but it was super simple. All you do is cut an elastic, like a piece of elastic that's half the length, that's half the width of your sleeve hem, I guess, which is what I'm doing over here. I marked it just to have a better guideline, and all you do is stitch it into place once and then tug as you sew. And as you can see, once you stitch it, it starts to like bunch up at the back, and there it is. It's a nice and little ruffled sleeve. I love how it looks, and I will be doing so many looks with this technique, so be prepared. Be prepared. And to finish up the top, I quickly serged the end of the hem, folded it over, ironed, and stitched that very quickly before folding the top over and sewing the side seam up. So after turning everything inside out and inspecting and being super happy with it, I got the idea of adding some heat press crystals onto every little point, since I ended up stitching it onto the top and I couldn't stitch the little bells to each little point. So I thought the little crystal would be a good way to tie in the skirt. You know how, like, if you go back to the skirt video, you can see how I use crystals for the hem, for the lace. So it really ties everything in and looks super nice, and I'm so happy with it. And this was my first time, I believe, doing a top that didn't open up, so I had to remove the head, and I'm not a big fan of that, so that's the reason why I don't do a lot of videos like that. But I simply love how this looks, so I changed my mind. I will be doing that a lot more, and I'm just so happy with the outcome and the end result, which wasn't even anything that I even envisioned, and that you just roll with it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I do plan on doing one more part for this series and to finish it off before I show you how she looks with a different wig, ears, and everything. So I'm super excited. I'll see you guys next time. So thank you so much. Oh, and please don't forget to leave a like, comment, anything you'd like, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. So thank you. See you guys next time.